Hey guys, so it looks like AJ Plus recently did a story on why white supremacists support Assad, right? And I saw Baked Alaska earlier on Twitter making a big deal about this because he was mentioned in it. But what he was making a big deal about was that they had taken his image and that they had photoshopped a gun and a hand, whatever, in front of his face. And he's like, this, I'm going to sue you for this. I'm going to take you to court. But, I advise him against this because if he did this, he would lose like immediately because there is tweets of him doing this previously, like, the same exact image with the Photoshop gun, with the gun in hand, was tweeted from his account. I could show links in the description below showing this. So, I recommend that he doesn't do this, right? And I think he's probably just dumb and he probably forgot. But at the same time, he kind of reminds me of the Laura Loomers, the Jack Pasadik type, so I don't really trust him that much. So I don't really put into his word or whatnot. But at the same time, I did watch the AJ video, and that was full of a lot of bullshit and a lot of lies and a lot of propaganda as well, right? Like, uh, first of all, anybody who's against the conflict in Syria and who's against regime change in Syria is not a white nationalist, right? And this is essentially what they're trying to portray in the video. We're not coming out and saying this outright, but they're making the connection and they're coming out, they're showing tweets of like David Duke saying shit, and then a video of Richard Spencer condemning Trump and these airstrikes in Syria, which I also condemn because, they were pushing the lie that uh, Assad used sarin weapons on his own people, which I still do not believe, right? I really don't believe that. And they're trying to say that Baked Alaska and his friend were supporting that, which they weren't. They were saying that they supported Assad using chemical weapons on ISIS, which I think most people would condone, right? Where like they're totally fine with that. Like who isn't fine with using chemical weapons on ISIS? Fuck ISIS. They can go to hell, right? But yeah, his friend said that, so they never condoned using sarin weapons on fucking women and children, unless you're saying women and children are ISIS. So unless you're saying that, and yeah, I don't believe that Assad actually used this on his own people because a week before this, Rex Tillerson said that he was going to let Assad have free reign over his country. So, and he wasn't going to intervene if he didn't do anything. So why would he do this a week before that? Like, Assad's a lot of things, but to say he's stupid is something else entirely, right? I don't think he's a stupid person. So I think it's most likely the rebels who did this, or ISIS, who used that sarin on those people to get America to use a fucking strikes on Syria, right? Because they're losing. They were losing. They're still losing right now. Assad is gaining back his country because they've pulled back on a lot of shit. So of course they're going to stage shit to try to get, support airstrikes from America. And yeah, it worked. And like these rebels are beheading fucking 10-year-old boys. They're doing shit just as bad as ISIS. So I wouldn't put anything past these people, and I would probably choose Assad's forces above the fucking rebels because their majority of them are not even fucking Syrian, right? They're from another fucking country. And when has regime change ever worked before? How many times has it worked? Has it worked in Afghanistan, Libya, Iraq? No, it hasn't. It's had like a reverse effect. It's made the country much worse. So, yeah, please, of course, but Al Jazeera is going to push this nonsense because Al Jazeera is, or AJ Plus is funded by Al Jazeera, and Al Jazeera is in Qatar, and Qatar wants a fucking pipeline to go through Syria into Qatar. So, of course, they want, which Assad is against. So, why why would AJ Plus want this war to continue? I wonder why. Could they have a reason? Yeah, of course they do. So yeah, there's tons of fucking propaganda in this that I was very surprised at. And it's like, okay, Baked Alaska is a fucking, shady dude, etc. And, he shouldn't be fucking lying, but the propaganda coming from AJ Plus is a lot fucking worse, right? It's a lot more troubling and a lot scarier in my estimation. But if you like my content, subscribe and have a great day. See ya.